And then on the other side, I know, we'll fix it. If you could just kind of stop crashing into each other, that'd be cool. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, where I want to take a look at shirts and gasoline. Not necessarily in that order. So a really good tip that came through in the comments, which makes total sense, is you're going to make more money selling the finished product, not the raw ingredients. Now, we've been selling oil. Now, to my mind, we should be killing it. We should be making all the money in the world off of oil. I mean, it's oil, but we don't. We don't actually make a lot of money off of that. So I'm wondering if there's something we can do with the oil to do a finished product, like, say, gasoline, fuel, something like that, and also get more of our shirts out of here. So we've got some clothing over here. I got 17 tons of clothing just sitting here doing nothing. All right, we could be selling Soviet shirts to Americans at dirt cheap prices and making a killing on this. So get things moving along a little bit here, just so everyone's doing the things that they need to be doing. What are you doing, by the way? Where are you going? You're taking wood. Okay, you're going to go sell some planks of lumber there. And I think you're doing exactly the same, aren't you? Yeah, planks of lumber. We just got a chain of trucks bringing lumber to the customs house. So in terms of fuel, if I go to fossil fuel, what can I do? Oil refinery. Now that sounds like the sort of thing a person would want if they have oil. I could make fuel or bitumen. I'm not sure if that's how that's pronounced, and I'm not sure what it does, but I do understand fuel. Unemployment too high? You don't even worry about that. We're going to get an oil refinery going. Or at least I would when I research refinery design and construction. Yeah, your first tip, Dave, is it's grayed out. That's the thing, when it's grayed out. Now, Dave, you've played a lot of video games. Like so many video games. You have like 1,000 games in your Steam library, and you haven't even touched half of them, not even a quarter of them. But you played a lot of games, and you know when something is grayed out, that means you can't do it. Okay, so refinery design and construction. I think we've got the research team over in the Lenin Technical Institute for the Arts, wherever that is. I'm actually not 100% sure where that is anymore. Where's my quad? There it is. This is the Lenin Technical Institute for the Arts here. You guys are now doing radios. All right, you're not actually that far through radios, but you are moving pretty quick on it. I'm going to let that one slide. Let's let that one go. Right now, in terms of a quest, we're supposed to be producing 60 tons of steel, and that is slowly, but why are you not using a road? Oh, you're like the wood truck. Yeah, I think you're allowed to do it. Who are you? Why are you just walking along this empty road? Are you going to work? All right, good job. Well, don't talk to me about unemployment then. And what have I got sitting down here? I've got cisterns. You do oil and fuel. I mean, it's not going to kill me to get another truck going. We're doing oil by train. But, I mean, I've got the trucks sitting there. I should either sell them or put them to work. Like, how much oil, how much oil? Yeah, we don't actually have that much in here. We're getting it out pretty much as fast as we put it in. And then where's my really annoying one right next to that guy's window? There you go. I love this one. Just all day. All day, every day. We're not getting much out of that one because there's not actually that much oil underneath it, but, you know, it's better than no oil at all. So I don't really need to do much of anything with this. I could put those trucks on the road, but the train is handling it just fine. I might just sell those trucks just to get a little bit of money back. So how do we go about selling these? There we go. Sell the vehicle. Yeah, sure. You know what? It's like 5,600 rubles. And I'll replace that with a truck that'll do clothes. Now, what is that? Is that a covered hull? It probably is, yeah. 6.5 tons of clothes, 2 tons, 0.63 tons. I think we can do better. 4.7, 3.5. Okay, you seem to be the winner there at 6.5 tons of clothes. So I want to buy you, thank you very much, and let's get you kitted out here. You're going to do a really simple run. You're just going to come over here and get all the clothing, so clothes, and then you're going to go way the heck over here to the customs house and sell them. All right, off you go, Chief. There we go. That'll be a little tiny bit more money ticking in. How are the fields doing, by the way? Okay, it is, I mean, things are growing. Things are happening here. And we're at 21 tons of steel, so we're about a third of the way through that. Okay, my hotel is not doing as well as I might ideally like it to be. Mostly because we have no tourists. We have people working here. but it's an empty hotel. I don't think I've done the research to actually allow people to come in here. It's just a really, really nice empty hotel. It's pretty much the setting for The Shining. And what's going on way down in Coal Town down here? I haven't really paid a lot of attention to this place at all. I mean, I put up a couple of fields. How are you guys doing, by the way? Yeah, you're not so good, really. Do we have food in here? We got 35 tons of crops, and you're going into what? Oh, that's the small farm. Yes, the small farm is going into the crops there. I should like do something with this. I mean, I suppose I could set up another food factory nearby, and then I could just at bare minimum supply food to this town. One of these has got, that's a house of culture. People don't eat things there. That's a pool. People don't eat things there. Don't eat before you go in the pool. I got a shopping center over here that does food, but apparently I never put a road connection in here, so when the place burns down, which invariably it will, nobody's going to be able to get in there. So put that, come on. No, don't be silly about this. There we go. Okay, now the building won't burn down, or at least if it does start to burn down, we can do something about it. How's tennis going? How's my little Soviet tennis team doing down here? Anyone playing tennis? There you go, we got one tennis staff member. Probably just the guy who, like, cleans up the balls and stuff and, I don't know, puts the rackets back on the rack. I assume you have some sort of rack for those things. But no, nobody's playing tennis today. I mean, do you hear a lot about Soviet tennis? I'm stretching my memory back to, like, the 80s, like, you know, really height of the Cold War. You know it was the height of the Cold War because that's when we did Rocky IV, and that was the height of the Cold War. Rocky IV was the zenith, you will, the peak, the apex of the Cold War. Rocky versus the Soviets. So I'm stretching my memory back to Soviet Rocky IV era. Was there a lot of Soviet tennis players? Was that something they were known for? I know they were known for, like, other things, like, I don't know, probably gymnastics. That seems like something they'd be into. Or ballet. That's not an Olympic sport, to the best of my knowledge. And I don't know why I'm bringing the Olympics into this anyway, because we're talking about tennis. Is tennis in the Olympics? If I were to put a food factory up, what do I think I would want to do with that? Now, that's a fertilizer. Actually, what can I do with a fertilizer factory? Nothing, because I haven't researched it. But what could I do? I could make liquid fertilizer. Okay. Wait, no, you're consuming... No, production of liquid fertilizer, consuming chemicals. Okay, and probably crops, too, I would imagine, because you're stored under food. Citizen happiness is too low. Well, that's a citizen happiness problem. Let's see what the problem is here. Oh, half of my population dies of heart attacks. Yep, when people die, they just keel right over. The rest of them are basically drinking themselves to death and starving at the same time. So that seems perfectly fine. What exactly are the happiness problems? Death of a child. Oh, that is sad. And right after that is unable to get electronics. Priorities, my Soviet citizens, priorities. Death of a child, and then right after that, dang it, I can't get a new iPad. Now, remind me what you do. You're the Coltrane, okay. Not Robbie Coltrane or John Coltrane. Those are two completely different Coltranes. But you are the train that carries coal. So right now you are loading up, okay, and then you're going to go off and drop it off somewhere. Do we have plenty of coal in here? Yeah, we have a lot of coal. A lot of coal. What else could I do with the coal? I suppose I could just put it in some trucks and sell it somewhere. I could maybe get another train going. I could just get a whole other train. Or I could extend this train. I don't know, like, what the limit is on train. I've got, like, 7, 8, 9 carriages on this thing. I don't know if there's a limit to how big a train can be. I'm sure there must be. I'm sure I've got a train expert somewhere in my comments section who will tell me the physical limit of a train is X, depending on the size of the engine. It's not the caboose, right? The caboose is the one at the end. Okay, enough mucking around here. Let's do something sensible, like make some food or something. I've got 35 tons of grain, of crops or whatever. How much does the food what's it there? Not the small field, no, not grain storage. Where's the thing where I make food? There we go, the food factory. Well, that takes 42 tons right there. That's it. That's pretty much all I've got in that silo. This isn't really worth putting up. Probably my smarter move would maybe just to run these crops over to the other town. Did I put a food factory way down here in my steel mining town? My steel mill town, rather? I probably did. That sounds like something I do. Oh, you have no fire trucks. You should probably get fire trucks. like, you know, to put out fires. There you go. Have the little Scooby-Doo fire truck. It's not that big a town. I think it's insanely flammable, what with the steel mill and all, but it's actually not that big a town. And you have no firefighters whatsoever. You guys keep whining about unemployment, and you will not go and fight fires. Probably because you didn't have a fire truck. What if I put up, like, a small residential? Because I know my comments section hates it when I just keep putting up more housing. And then some quick footpaths to there and to there. There we go. Plenty of people to go be firefighters. Let's get a few of those guys and a few of those guys and a few of those guys. Okay. Everybody happy being a firefighter now? We got 4 firefighters and 1 Scooby-Doo fire truck. Oh, speaking of workers, I only got 15 people in the steel mill. That's a little silly. I think we can do better than that. Okay, well, obviously I need a gigantic residential for this one. What do you do, by the way? Oh, waste. Oh, I don't think I have... I'm not on, like, the right setting to do waste stuff. Because I don't want to challenge myself very much. I mean, it's me. We know what's going to happen around here. Give me a big, huge, giganto block of flats here if I can find anywhere. I'm not going to find anywhere at all for this to live, am I? Now, I could squeeze it in over here, but that's really, really far away from the essentials, you know, like food and everything else, basically. Couldn't maybe tuck it in? Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay, put that down there. And yeah, make one of these. Okay, make one of those. Okay, there we go. Put that in there, and then let's get some footpaths going on. I need more people to work in my steel mills. Now, the people that are sad about the electronics issue, what if I set up a shopping center kind of thing? You know, where you go and get the things. Food and shopping. There we go. A small shopping center. That'll give you guys some electronics for a start. And then that could go, say, right in... Come on, live there. I want you to live there. I desperately want you to live there. You're not going to live there, are you? Now, I'm going to have to put it up sort of this direction here. If, by the way, you're hearing a lot of extraneous noise, apparently there's an insane storm going outside of my window right now. It sounds horrible. I'm really glad I closed all my windows, and I'll do my best to filter out that noise, but boy, it sounds like a whopper out there. All right, well, that has bumped up the number of workers that I have here. Not really ideal. I could get tons of people in here. Everyone's whining about unemployment. I've got tons of jobs down in the steel mill. It's probably other citizens. I'm sure these people are employed. It's probably other citizens in other parts of, I'd like to say our country, but basically the world, because the next town is several countries away at this point. I wonder, would it be worth putting together some kind of passenger train to bring all this stuff down here? You're aggregate unloading. Can I get... Talk to me about trains. Okay, for citizens. Train platform small. Will you go anywhere at all? You're gonna make me, like, demo this entire thing to make this happen, aren't you? Maybe. Maybe not. If I said... I want this to live, because I want to be able to get footpaths around here, because we know it's all about the footpaths. Everything is about the footpaths. I wonder if I could make a little tiny loop off of that. Maybe something coming... I'm just mostly messing around until we produce a bunch of steel. But what if I said train station there? Okay, this is... I should not be doing this, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then what about a train station over in whatever this is here? I don't really remember. The coal town, right, the place where the coal lives. So what if we did a train station, say... I want to be able to create an effective loop here. Put that there. Okay, let me kind of feel this out here. Give me a regular road to go, like, to here... And then could I maybe get you to loop around, like, from, no, not from there. How about, no, not from there. Okay, you're going to have to take the long way around. Come from here. No, that's wrong. Everything you're doing is wrong. All right, now more importantly, concrete railway. Let's probably not do this while the train is literally right there. But could you go from here to here, okay? And then from here to here. All right, there's one loop. So my thought, if people are going to get on the train here, they're going to queue up for the train here. and I'll get a train going here. It can come out here, go around this loop. I don't know if it needs to do that, but this seems to be an effective way to do it. Now what I need is for a way to people to get on the road, or on the train station rather. So do a thing to there, and that's kind of about it. I should probably do some more residential here, or literally anything else for that matter. Now this might be the trickier one. Can I get you to go in here? So flatten that, and then build that. Not really sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing here, but, you know, here we are. And then put that in that. Okay, so there's a nice little loop down there. Make sure you got your footpaths here, kid. Otherwise, nobody can footpath their way around here. Okay, just for having the conversation about a passenger train, can I make that happen now? So give me a diesel Whoozy McWhat's-it there. And then show me passenger wagon. I don't think I need a lot of these. And they're not cheap, but I'm going to get 2 of them. All right, now, what I need you to do, here's your plan, Chief, is you're going to start here. Okay, so far so good. Pick up everybody. That's cool. Pick up whomever you want. And then we're going to go down here. I really should have started this right at my beginning town to, you know, be somewhat efficient, but if you were looking for efficient and workers and resources, you would not be on this channel. And then you're going to go over here, and you get whatever you want, load and unload. What I'm not sure about is, can they make the return trip? Can they go over this? I really hope... Well, let's find out. Can you go? Apparently you can go. So, like, what's your gig now? Here comes the passenger train. Okay, don't hit... Oh, I think you guys are at a bit of an impasse here. No, you seem to... Oh, trains cannot pass. Yeah, no, they definitely can't. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. I may or may not be able to fix this. So, from here, can you go into... Yeah, either one of those is fine. Go to, like, this one. And then on the other side... I know, we'll fix it. If you could just kind of stop crashing into each other, that'd be cool. Go into here. I think that might solve your problem a little tiny bit. Why don't you go back to the depot and start all over again? No, guys, it's not working out, guys. Okay, why don't you go to the depot? Which one of you is go to the depot? No, go. No, don't ignore a red signal. That sounds like a terrible idea. Somewhere in here, you go back to the depot, change direction. Go to depot. There you go. Go. No, don't. It's just going to be the same problem, guys. It's just going to be the same problem. You see the problem here, don't you? Go to the depot. Go to the depot. Yeah, go to... Do I have to tell you what to... Go to this depot. Do it now, please, and then start all over again. Okay, so you're going in here. Hopefully you're going to change direction and then go out on the other track. Right? Right? Is that what you're going to do? Okay, you can start your gig, man. Go on the other track. There you go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now, theoretically... Yeah, this is a very silly train track setup. Is anyone waiting for the train, by the way? Is this a complete waste of my time? This is probably a complete waste of my time. Yeah, there's nobody waiting for the train. Nobody cares. Okay, but in theory, you'd come in here, and you'd... How is anyone going to get in the last carriage? You didn't really think this through, did you? Nobody... Well, I suppose they could walk through from one part of the train to the other, but that seems dangerous. Yeah, and then that one can go that way, and then this one can just come in like this. This is useless, but I think it works. I am going to need to get some more coal out of here, because we're maxed out. We've got all the coal we can deal with right now. Maybe I can get that other train to have more carriages on it, or I could just start a whole second train. What would be my options with that? Pan out a little bit here. So I can get the train to loop this way, comes all the way sort of down here over my very silly bridge, which is the best bridge in the world. There you are. Yeah, you are... Where are you heading now? You're going back to load up. Okay, I might get 2 trains going. I see them just crashing all the time, though. Did I put a train track over this way? Because maybe I could get this to loop to the other customs house, the one that's over here. That's a thought. That's something I could be working on. That ain't no small amount of money to put that together, though. I think my first solution is just to make the train that I've got bigger. What? What did I do? Oh, I made a bunch of steel. Thanks, Stefan. And all that leaves down here is setting up facilities that will supply shops with essential goods. So, sure. Absolutely. Greetings. Second Secretary of the Communist Party. My God, you've got the look down pat, man. If I was to say to myself, are you the third secretary? I'd say no. If I said to myself, are you the secretary of the Communist Party? I'd say no. But are you the second secretary of the Communist Party? You have got that look pinned down. Distribution office. Okay. An important building in our logistical network. Okay, just throw out the word logistical, because that ain't going to happen around here. Cargo trucks, the facility manages the movement of goods efficiently. You're only responsible for loading and unloading. Once assigned, the distribution often automates the process. Each truck is dispatched to where it needs, or is needed. You could actually read the sentence correctly, Dave. Streamlining our resources. Okay, let me pour through that again. So all I've got to do is load and unload it. Isn't that basically what I'm doing already? Like with the food factory. Last time we loaded up some trucks with food. We're taking them to supermarkets where they're, unloaded. You're implying, and I am inferring, because you imply, I infer, you are implying that this is going to be done automatically, but I'm still seeing the word unloading. Okay, you know what? I'll bite second secretary. What do you got for me here? Build a medium distribution office. All right, well, let's go back to the heart of our society up here, right up in here, our OG town. We'll go put this by the Ferris wheel. That sounds sensible. So cargo and storage, distribution, a medium distribution office. Okay, sure. Let's put that guy. Could make that live, say, right about here. All right, and you pop up and tell me what you need me to do with that when you're done, kid. So distribution office. I'm going to go out on a limb here, workers and resources. I'm pretty sure I'm already doing this. We're going to load up things and then we're going to unload things. You're just having me do it through a central location. I get that. I'm not sure why we're doing this. Set all shops and pubs as destination for one distribution office. Okay. I've got apparently 18 shops and pubs. Dear God, tell me there's a way for me to see that without having to go through this entire map. There's got to be. There's got to be some sort of overlay for that somewhere. Oh, hang on. My trains are about to smash again. What is the problem today? Oh, yeah, that is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I should have done better tracks. This was a terrible idea. Yeah, they're just borking out here. Okay, I will fix you in a very stupid way by just building another train around you. And by train, I mean not a train. Put that there. Somewhat today. Maybe today? Wow, we just have to punch through that whole mountain, do we? Okay, no, you know what? Stop doing that. I don't like that anymore. How about if we went from... No, that was a... No. This has happened. I'm not super sure what I've done. And it doesn't appear to be helping in any way. It looks real cool. Okay, you, kid, just go back to the depot. Go. Oh, God, I gotta tell you which depot. Go back to the depot here. It's not working out. I've borked my train system by doing a passenger train that quite literally has no passengers. It's really just a train. Okay, let's see if I can break this down a little bit better. And I can't. This one I'm stumbling over because it seems to me I was already doing this in a less complicated way. I'm calling you out on this one, workers and resources. This seems actually more confusing than the way I was doing it. But source buildings for food. Okay, well that's going to be the old food factory there. That's right down here. How do we source you for food? Add new connection? Is that what I'm looking for here? If I do this, okay, that didn't check off any boxes up here though. I thought that might be sourcing a building. How about we load whatever? I mean, it's a food factory. It's gonna be food, guys. I'm pretty sure. Should I bump this up to like 100% or 50%? We're missing boards. That's fine. We'll make more, man. That apparently is checked off that box. Okay, fine. So get out of that. Go back to this. And then, how did I do that in the first place? Oh yeah, add a thing. Right. Where is my distillery? That's a thing that produces alcohol. There's my distillery. So back to here. Add the distillery. All right, load up, well, booze, basically. All right, have we done that? Did we check that box off? Why are you not checking? There we go. We've checked that box off. Okay. I feel I was doing this in a less complicated manner the first time. And then you're going to need the clothing factory. That is here. Okay, so get that. Is that in there now? Yep, clothing factory. Load up whatever. Clothing, I guess. Trucks I'm going to have to work on here. Now, again, I want to see, is there an overlay of some sort where I could see all of my shops? Because this is going to take me darn close to forever. Okay, there's a list of buildings. That seems really good. I don't want the list of trucks. I want the list, it said buildings. Buildings, here we go, buildings. Okay. This helps a little bit. What would I, grocery store? Can we go, okay, can I double click on it and see it? I can go that way. All right, neat. It's just that I've got a lot of UI in my face here. Where's my Whoosy McWhat's it here? All right, distribution thingy. Well, in a pinch, I can just hit anything that's green, because anything else is just going to be not, actually, that's a farm though, isn't it? That's not what we want to do. Sure. This building's already assigned. I know, I just assigned it. I don't know, load and unload? Would that check off 1 out of 18? Maybe? Do you want to unload more? How's that work for you? That didn't work out at all. Well, 2 things to report to you guys. First of all, that's been about 10 to 15 minutes of my life running around trying to find all of these things. 2, bit of a hitch. Let's address point 1. There's got to be somewhere in here there's an overlay that just shows me shops. Now, I do see once I've assigned it to the distribution center, it's got a little green hue to it, which was helpful. It means I didn't try to, do the same one over and over again. But the second hitch is this medium distribution, which is what they told me to get, only handles 20 things. I have 21. I've got more than this, so it's telling me I can't do this right now. So I've got 17, 18, 19, 20 buildings assigned. I need 1 more. Literally 1 more is what I need there. I've got a couple of things I can do here. I could either undo this and build the large distribution center, which I'm sure will allow me to do more things, but I don't know if that's going to meet my objective, because they specifically said build the medium one. Or I can build the large one and then bang my head against a wall, because I'm going to have to go through and find all of those buildings again, which I frankly don't want to do. I'm going to say this about that. I think the way I was doing it seemed a lot easier. Just, get a truck to go from A to B, instead of having it go through what is effectively a middleman here. I'll love you, Workers and Resources. You're a surprisingly fun game, but this is silly. I never thought I'd say this, ever. I'm going to write this down and tell Mrs. Dave that this happened. I think the way I was doing it was actually more efficient, in that I just got 1 truck to go from, say, the food factory to the places that sell the food, instead of this middleman where I've got to go through. I'm just saying it, Workers and Resources. I'm not going to go through and build a larger building and then try to find all those buildings again. That was literally like 10 to 15 minutes of my life going through hunting this. I'm sure there's a thing here that if I panned out, it would make all the shops illuminated. That would be super cool. But I didn't find that. So I think that's our last thing. That was the last objective that we had to do. We had done all the other campaign objectives from there. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and close this little medium distribution center out and say I'm done with Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. I've finished that campaign. Not to their satisfaction, but definitely to mine. I'm not going through and redoing all of that. Let me be super clear about that. Is it me, or was my way actually slightly more efficient? Get a truck. Get the truck to go from the food factory to the places that sell the food. And not bother with get the truck to go to the distribution center, to get the distribution center out to the food factory to get the food, and then go around to get the places that sell food. I get the fact that it might be slightly automated, but so is the truck. I don't have to pay it. Anyway, long story short, I'm calling that done. I'm saying I did the campaign on this. I might go and play with my very silly trains that I've created over here that keep crashing into each other, but I think in terms of the distribution side of this and ending this campaign, I'm going to say we are done with Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This was surprisingly fun. I shouldn't like this game. This is way too much logistics. And in fact, Workers and Resources just crossed the line right there. Just crossed the line from fun into frustrating with the logistics issue. But this is way, way more fun than I thought it was going to be. And I have certainly played this in my own time too and had a good time doing it, just puttering around with things. But guys, do please let me know what you thought of Workers and Resources on the channel. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.
You know, an argument could have been made that spending an obscene amount of money on researching the theater just so I can get a sign that says Electric Boogaloo may not have been my smartest move. That is a strong argument, and that's an argument that you'd probably win, frankly.
Wow, naked guy sticks his hand in a beehive. This can't end well. I don't know where I would see a leather carpet, but I'm going to imagine I had to pay an entry fee to see it.
I have a cylinder. I broke Dave.
Broke Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be back. I just dropped my controller.
Oh my goodness.